And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a party game called It's Blunderful. Now what's interesting about It's Blunderful, it's from Bicycle. And if you don't know, Bicycle is probably the most well-known company in the world that makes playing cards, and they make excellent playing cards. They're very well done. But this is a party game from them. It has nothing to do with their playing cards. It's just you betting on life's awkward situations. So in this, you have an awkward situation. You pick how you're going to react to it. Everyone else decides which one you pick. They bet on it, and then we see who wins. Nothing really new here in this genre. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe there's something new. Let's look. Okay, so the whole thing here is pretty simple. Each player is going to get a scoreboard. They're also going to get 3 cards, A, B, and C. And then players take turns. First person to get to 100 wins the game. On your turn, you turn over a card. And you're going to read the different possibilities here. So it says you wrongfully assume someone's pregnant. You say, A, I can see that you are definitely not glowing. B, claim that by with child you were referring to their immature husband. Or C, tell them that you get food babies too. Will the firstborn be tacos or pizza? All right, fine. So then I would put down which of those that I would pick. So I put it in front of me. Everyone else will bet which one they think by 5, 10, or 15 points. You can't go to negative, so you might as well bet 15 on the first turn. And then I would reveal. In this case, I think I would talk about their immature husband. So that's one I would pick. All right, see if you can pick the next one. Someone cuts in front of you in a long line. A, remind them that line jumping is not a sport. B, when their number is called, jump in front of them and tell them thanks for holding your place. And C, say, weren't you just behind me? Okay. I picked one. What do you think I was going to say? I think I would be polite and say, weren't you just behind me? All right, next one. You're seated by an arch enemy at a dinner party. Use the close proximity to your advantage as you fling in your drink. Suggest a pre-dinner game of musical chairs. Or be polite and inquisitive. You keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Well, that one's easier, I suppose. And what's the thing? Be polite and inquisitive. That's what I would have picked. But not because of the enemy is close, because you should be nice to people. You're checking yourself out in a public bath when someone walks in. A, frantically turn on the water and pretend to be washing your hands. B, strike a pose in the mirror and saunter out. C, ask their opinion on your new pants. You can't decide. I wouldn't be checking myself out, I guess, but which one would I pick? It would be A, turn on the water and pretend to be washing my hands. That's the game. You move this back and forth, losing and getting points. You keep going until someone gets to 100. That person is the winner. Well, the components for the game are really nice. I mean, these are really good quality cards here. I'm not kidding here or being facetious. These are some of the nicest cards for a party game that I've ever seen. The boards themselves, they have recesses in them so that the cubes move up and down them. And then the A, B's, and C's. I would have made these different colors myself, but not that big of a deal. The whole thing just is a really well done production. At the end of the day, I just don't really like this game that much. I like the concept behind it, but there's some problems. One of them is, okay, so I should mention here, there's nothing really, it's PG-13 stuff at the most, right? There's nothing really that bad. You're hungover and have no vacation days left, things like that. You're stumped on a question in an important interview. A coworker makes a disparaging remark about you in public. You see your friend out with someone you used to date. Your neighbor generously takes up 2 parking spots. But it's definitely a game for adults. These aren't things kids will run into. So I get that, it's that kind of humor maybe. But the answers are always, they're like 3 ridiculous answers. And most people wouldn't act that way. Like, I'll read all 3 answers and then say, your friend asked you to pay them back, but you don't have the money. So I could offer to barter for goods instead, admit you don't have the money, and offer to pay interest, give them a sob story so they take pity on you. That seems reasonable, right? But you're caught in public taking a selfie, then you can go on with your bad self and shamelessly snap away. Ask them to join you for an Aussie, or lay a guilt trip and tell them it was for your significant other that's fighting overseas. Or, as most people do, look a little bit embarrassed and walk away. So you're picking which one of these you want to do the most, or most likely do, of these three. Now here's the thing about the game. You're not picking what you think they will do when you're the person betting. You're picking the thing that you think they would do, if that makes sense. Because there's always the argument, you wouldn't do that, I would do that. No, you would not. You're not that brave, you wouldn't do that. That kind of stuff comes up. You do have a 33% chance of getting it right. And of course, a game like this is always prone to the person who's like, I'm just going to pick randomly, ha ha ha. And that really throws off the whole game. It's very one note, the game. It's kind of there, hey, this is happening, what do? You have to make a decision between living with your partner or your pet. A hairdresser delivers an awful haircut. Yeah, these are things, I guess, but I don't know. It just isn't, for me, it's just not interesting. Again, I like the high concept of it, but I would prefer you have a question like this. They come up with a bunch of these questions. Everyone writes down what they think you would do, and then you pick which of the things other people wrote, and then people vote on those things. That just seems already there, that's a better game, rather than these pre-generated answers, which seem like they were written by a comedian, and they are funny to read, but funny things to read on the cards is not a game. Now, Bicycle has made some fantastic games, and we'll talk about one of those in the upcoming weeks. But this party game, while it's high quality and everything, just isn't one that I'm interested in. Dice Tower Judgment, just not my style.